Arterial blood gas analysis. Arterial blood gas analysis. Atrial flutter. Atrial flutter. Acid-fast bacillus. Acid-fast bacillus. Aortic insufficiency. Aortic insufficiency. Acute respiratory distress syndrome. Acute respiratory distress syndrome. Acute respiratory failure. Acute respiratory failure. Atrial septal defect. Atrial septal defect. Arteriosclerotic heart disease. Arteriosclerotic heart disease. Atrioventricular. Atrioventricular. Bundle branch block. Bundle branch block. Coronary artery bypass graft. Coronary artery bypass graft. Coronary artery disease. Coronary artery disease. Complete blood count. Complete blood count. Coronary care unit. Coronary care unit. Congenital heart disease. Congenital heart disease. Congestive heart failure. Congestive heart failure. Controlled mechanical ventilation. Controlled mechanical ventilation. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Continuous positive airway pressure. Continuous positive airway pressure. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Cardiopulmonary resuscitation. Chronic restrictive pulmonary disease. Chronic restrictive pulmonary disease. Central venous pressure. Central venous pressure. Chest X-ray. Chest X-ray. Electrocardiogram. Electrocardiogram. Electrophysiologic study. Electrophysiologic study. Erythrocyte sedimentation rate. Erythrocyte sedimentation rate. Flail chest. Flail chest. Hyperbaric oxygenation. Hyperbaric oxygenation. Hypertensive cardiovascular disease. Hypertensive cardiovascular disease. Heart disease. Heart disease. Hypertensive heart disease. Hypertensive heart disease. Hypertensive vascular disease. Hypertensive vascular disease. Intercostal space. Intercostal space. Ischemic heart disease. Ischemic heart disease. Intermittent mandatory ventilation. Intermittent mandatory ventilation. Intermittent positive pressure breathing. Intermittent positive pressure breathing. Left atrium. left atrium, lung cancer, lung cancer, low output failure, low output failure, left ventricle, left ventricle, left ventricular hypertrophy, left ventricular hypertrophy, myocardial infarction, myocardial infarction, mitral stenosis, mitral stenosis,